Hello, I'm Mr. Liu, an environmental science and biology teacher here at Ridgewood High School.
And I'm Sophia Marino, a sophomore at Ridgewood High School.
And we are members of the Green Club here at the high school, which our goal is to
keep the school as environmentally friendly as possible, using sustainable ways, and having fun while doing it.
One of our projects over the winter has been
Hydroponics!
What is hydroponics?
I don't know. We should explain.
We should explain. This past summer, we ran a really successful school garden out behind the tennis courts. So at the beginning of this year, we had a lot of enthusiastic members who were looking for some project to do. Come the winter time, we needed something to be able to do indoors. So we started looking into hydroponics.
We turned to hydroponics because it was honestly a relatively simple way that we could get people involved, but we could take it places to make it more interesting and interactive. So we started looking into hydroponics and we decided to get a kit. If you're wondering about the mechanics of the system, let me explain. So we have a water bucket and we have a pump in there, and that pumps water all throughout the entire system. And we have small pods in each tube of the system that carry seeds. Just enough soil to carry the seed enough so it can sprout. And as the water and the fertilizer moves through, using this grow light as well, it helps the seed grow.
So, one thing we've managed to do, we've managed to plant a bunch of plants here without using much soil at all, which allows us to be really compact, really clean, and, as you can tell, has actually been growing plants over the winter.
We're planting dill, snap peas, arugula, peppers, rosemary, and basil.
For the cost of this system, we use an online retailer. It's readily available. There are a lot of different options. This kit itself, with the tubes and the structure of it, cost about $85. These grow lights cost about $20, and the pump came along with the tubes. So that is not an added cost. All we need to do, we leave the lights on overnight. That promotes plant growth, and we pump that in maybe once a day. So that is kind of the cost of the system. It's not expensive at all. We, as a high school with a lot of members, picked a 3-tiered system. If you at home want to scale this down to something even more manageable, you can definitely reduce those costs. For us, this was a very manageable expense. Labor-wise, over here, it's really easy. We actually just came back from a 5-day break. We just left the light on. We plug that in every now and every now and then we can actually harvest some of the crops, and you have a lot of plants to enjoy that way.
Now you might be asking what this has to do with sustainability. Well, there's two main reasons. One, we're planting local food. This helps reduce the carbon footprint that supermarkets have to use to transport a lot of foods and goods from their distribution centers to their supermarkets. But right now, we just have our own food here.
Yeah, when you're hungry, you can actually just pick it yourself. The other benefit of this is to actually get individuals involved in the production of their own food. What we see when people go to the supermarket all the time, they're kind of detached from the actual food production process. This allows us to get more familiar with what we're planting, what is involved, and what the actual product is that we're eating. And it's organic.
So we didn't really know what was going to happen with this project. We had the idea for hydroponics for a while, but this looks really good so far, and we're excited to see where it takes us.